Hi, I'm Gerard, Witch of Earth's Curious Goods, and today I'm going to show you a Call Me spell. Now if you're not new to my channel, you'll know that I already have a Call Me spell, and I'll link it right here, so if you want a spell that's a little bit easier than the one I'm going to show you today, then you might want to check that video out. But for those of you that aren't new to my channel or want a more advanced spell, that is the Call Me spell. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you. So without further ado, let's begin. All right, so for this spell, you're going to need a few ingredients. Permanent marker. You're going to need a brown paper, bay leaves, red pepper, cayenne pepper, a jar. Everybody knows I love a good jar filled with water. And if you can get your hands on it, calamus root. Now, calamus root is super important, okay? This adds force to the spell, so super, super important. If you can't get your hands on it, it's okay, you can omit it, but highly recommend that if you want this spell to be leveled up, use calamus root. Now, for those of you that don't know where to get calamus root, I'll put a link down below to my store where you can get it. But of course, get your hands on it if you can. All right, if not, like I said, make the magic your own. You can omit it. The spell will still work, okay? This just adds more force and more power to the spell. Level it up. Okay, so you're gonna take your brown piece of paper, and you're going to write the person that you want to call you, okay? So you're gonna write their name 3 times on this. And I'm not doing this on anyone, so I'm gonna just put John Doe, and John Doe. All right, so it should look like that. Okay, so now you're going to take that and you're going to put a circle around it. Okay, you're going to draw that circle going clockwise because we're summoning, okay? So it should be their name 3 times and circled, okay? The reason why we drew a circle of it because we want this to be never-ending energy surrounding that person, okay? The circle the circle represents infinity, never-ending, loop-to-loop energy, okay? And that's what we want. We want this energy to circle around that person, okay? On the other side, you're just going to write what you want as far as communication goes, okay? So if you want John Doe to text you, you're gonna write, John Doe, you will text me, okay? If you want them to call you, you're gonna be John Doe, you will call me. Or John Doe, you will email me. That's another one that's really big. So for just the sake of the spell, I'm gonna be John Doe, you will call me, okay? And as you're writing that, you're going to envision their face, okay? What do they look like? If it's someone that you're trying to communicate with you, or maybe it's an emergency, you need them to call you right away, or email you right away, or get in contact with you, you're gonna write the means of communication on the back of there, okay? So just to recap, their name 3 times, circled on the back of your paper. You're gonna write how you want them to communicate with you. So call me, email me, text me. Maybe you want all 3. John Doe, you will email, text, and call me, okay? So, and I would recommend that if you're having difficulties with speaking with them or communicating with them, that way all opportunities are there. But if not, if you just wanna single it out to just a call or maybe a text or an email, that's perfectly fine, okay? All right. Now, with your brown piece of paper, you're just going to fold it towards you. Turn it clockwise, fold it towards you, fold it clockwise, fold it towards you, okay? So it should be a little piece of paper like that. You're gonna set it to the side. You're gonna take your bay leaf, super important. Bay leaf represents manifestation, wishes, communication, okay? Making it happen. You're gonna write their first and last name and their date of birth on there, okay? Now this spell needs their date of birth. It connects to them, okay? Now if you don't know their date of birth, then you're gonna need a picture of them, but you need 2 types of connection, their first and last name and a piece of their hair, hair on their head, maybe you're a photo of them, but you need that second type of connection with them. So I'm just gonna put John Doe, and we're just gonna make up a date, 2022. So you're gonna need their first and last name and their date of birth, or their first and last name and a picture, or first and last name and some hair from their head, or their first and last name and their signature. But there has to be 2 types of connections, okay? Now comes your jar. I've already got water in there. If you have moon water or sun water, that works perfectly, okay? You're gonna take your power hand, the one that you write with. So I write with my right, so I'm gonna just use my right hand. If you write with your left, or if you're ambidextrous, you can use either hand, okay? So I'm gonna use my right hand because this is the hand I write with, okay? You're gonna take your pointer finger, like I'm pointing to you to like, hey, call me, okay? And you're just going to swirl it around in the water, clockwise, okay? As you're doing this, you're envisioning them, okay? Seeing them, tell yourself, John Doe, you will call me, or John Doe, you will email me, John Doe, you will text me, okay? And you'll do that until you feel like it's complete, all right? You're putting energy into the water. All right, okay? You're just going to take your bay leaf, add that to the water. Your petition, add that to the water. And now we're going to add a little bit of fire, a little bit of like oomph to it. You're going to put the red pepper in there. Okay. Then, if you were able to get your hands on the calamus root, this is going to add force to the spell. This is going to level it up, okay? A few pinches of the calamus root. All right, then you're just going to cap it. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight so there's no leaks, okay? Now, here is the secret to it. Every day before you go to bed, you're gonna shake it up and you're gonna repeat that. John Doe, you will call me, okay? John Doe, you will text me. John Doe, you will email me, all right? And you'll do that every day until they communicate with you. If they shoot you a text or call you or email you, okay? So you'll shake it up, and once again, John Doe, you'll call me. John Doe, you'll email me. John Doe, you will text me, okay? Now, super important, you must remember this. Once they communicate with you, you must open it up, and you must find the bay leaf, okay? Now, if you have skin allergies, you're gonna wanna wear some gloves because there is red pepper in this and calamus root and, you know, Lord knows the water, maybe a month has gone by, maybe you don't wanna stick your hand in that. I'm just doing this for, you know, demonstration purposes, but you're gonna grab the bay leaf, only from the jar, only the bay leaf, okay? Okay, the rest of this you could just throw away. I would highly recommend to dig a hole and bury it to let the energy disperse. Now, as far as the bay leaf, you're gonna wanna put it in the sun to dry, okay? Dry it up. Once it's dry, you're going to burn it, okay? Super important. Let me tell you, when I did the spell, I totally forgot that part, and let's just say that communication issues will happen if you do not do this part. That's why I say this is an advanced spell. Do not attempt this if you can't remember this part, but you must let this bay leaf dry and burn it. If you do not do that and give thanks, you're gonna find that communication issues will happen. It's like people will misunderstand you. I remember my phone started messing up. I had to buy a whole new computer. I couldn't email, like it is a mess. So just make sure that you burn this bay leaf at the end. Once they communicate, it's completed, the spell is complete. Take the bay leaf out of there, let it dry in the sun. Once it's dry, you're gonna burn it, okay? And with the ashes, you could just spread it out to the wind, put it onto the earth, discard it. But the burning part is super important, and be grateful for what has happened, okay? That your spell has manifested. Super important. Let me tell you, The spell has a way of, for some odd reason, affecting ways of communication if you forget this part, okay? So, if you think you're gonna forget, do not attempt this spell. All right? Well, I hope you liked today's spell, and whoever you're trying to communicate, I hope they communicate back with you via text, phone, or through email, or some means of communication. You'd be surprised how well this magic works and what happens. I've had a few people tell me that people even came up to them to communicate with them. So just be open to how that communication takes place, all right? So if you do this spell, don't forget to comment down below. I always love hearing your stories on how the magic works. Believe that I do read all the comments that are also down below in the videos, and I try to respond to all the comments as well. So, as always, don't forget to love yourself and others. Stay earthy, stay magical. Bye for now.